वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीर बनचारी यमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी भगवान की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तमंडली की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। गुरु द्वारका धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तविंद की जय। और ग्लोरी टू द Lord, और ग्लोरी टू द Lord। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
श्री भगवान उवाच।
श्री भगवान उवाच। देवानां
गुणलिंगानां अनुश्रविका कर्मणां सत्त्वा एवैका मनसो वृत्ति स्वाभाविकी तुया अनिमिता भागवती भक्ति सिद्धिर गरीयसी। श्री भगवान उवाच। देवानां गुणलिंगानां अनुश्रविक कर्मणां सत्त्व एवैक मनसो वृत्ति स्वभावकी तुया अनिमिता भागवती भक्ति सिद्धिर गरीयसी। श्री भगवान उवाच। देवानां गुणलिंगानां अनुश्रविक कर्मणां सत्त्व एवैक मनसो वृत्ति स्वाभाविकी तुया अनिमिता भागवती भक्ति सिद्धिर गरीयसी। श्री भगवान। Lord Kapila said, the senses are symbolic representations of the demigods, and their natural inclination is to work under the direction of the Vedic injunctions. As the senses are the representatives of the demigods, so the mind is the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The mind's natural duty is to serve. When that service spirit is engaged in devotional service to the Personality of Godhead, without any motive. That is far better even than salvation.
Devanam gunalinganam anusravika karmanam satta evaika manaso vritti savabhiki tuja अनिमित्या भागवती भक्ति सिद्धे गरीय. Bhakti is transcendental even to mukti. People generally consider dharma, artha, kam, moksha. In the beginning, dharma, artha, economic development, kama, sense gratification, then moksha, merging into the Supreme One. But bhakti is above that. Siddhe gariyasi. It is above mukti. Mukti is not very much important thing for a bhakta. Bilamangal Thakur says, Bhakti stai sthiratara jadi bhagavan sya daivena phalati divya kishora mukti. Mukti mukulita anjali sevate asma dharmartha kamma samaya pratiksha. This is the experience of Bilamangal Thakur. He was a South Indian Brahmin, very rich Brahmin, but by bad association or something like that, he became a very staunch prostitute hunter. So he engaged all his income, money, everything after one prostitute. Her name was Chintam. So it is a very nice story. I am briefly describing. So one night, every night he has to go to that prostitute. And one night it was very terribly rainy. So the prostitute thought, now this night Billamangal is not coming. It is terribly raining. But Billamangal went there, crossing the river, and the door was closed. He jumped over the door, catching a snake. In this way, very dangerously, he reached the prostitute's house. And the prostitute was astonished that how in this condition you could come here. Oh, you are so much attracted by this skin. If this much attraction you would have to Krishna, how it would have been nice for you. So immediately he left the prostitute's house and went to Vrindavan. The fact is, in his previous life, he executed devotional service up to Bhava Bhakti. So, his Chintamani, that prostitute, became his guru, remind that he was so much fond of prostitute. If this attraction would have been to Krishna, how much successful you were. So it acted and he left to Vrindavan and lived for 700 years. So he has a book, Krishna Karnamrita, Billamangal Thakur. That is recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for reading Krishna Karnamrita. So in that book, he writes Bhakti stai Bhagavan jadi sthiratarasya. If you have got fixed up devotion unto you, my Lord, Bhagavan, then Daivena Spurati Dibba Kushora Murti, then very easily we can see your form, Kishora Dibba Kishora Murti, your divine form. Kishora Murti, very young boy. Krishna is always Kishore. Krishna's another name is Kishore. Kishora Murti. Kishore means Koishor. Before marriage, before 11 to 16th year, this is called Kishora age. So Kishora Murti, Krishna is always Kishora Murti. So, by devotional service, one can see the Kishora Murti of Krishna very easily. Bhakti stai stiratara jadi Bhagavan sya. If it is possible, then very easily we can see you. When Billamangal Thakur was in Vrindavan, he voluntarily plucked out his eyes because he was very much fond of seeing beauty of woman. So he thought, these eyes are my enemies. So he personally plucked out his eyes. When he was going to Vrindavan, still he became attracted by woman. And therefore, that woman, of course, was a very rich merchant's wife. So she told her husband that this man is coming after me, what to do? So that merchant received him. The saintly person, all right, you serving. So Billamangal Thakur came to his senses. He said, Mother, you give me the pins of your hair. So I am so much after the beauty of woman. So let me pluck out the eyes. So he made voluntarily blind. So he could not see, but still Krishna was coming in Vrindavan. Krishna is always in Vrindavan. So he was supplying milk. So Dibbo Kishora Murti, he practically realized. So through bhakti, therefore he wrote by his personal experience, Bhakti stai sthiratara jadi Bhagavan sya daivena phalati dibba kishora mukti. And so far, dharmartha kama moksha. Moksha, mukti mukulitanjali sevati asma. Mukti is not very important thing. She is always standing at my service, mukulitanjali, with folded hands. Mukti. My dear sir, what can I do for you? This is Mukti's position. So, a devotee is not very much anxious for Mukti. Because a devotee is always Mukta. He is already Mukta. Why should he? Suppose if you have got millions of dollars, why should you hanker after 10 rupees? So, bhakti is such a nice thing. But what is that bhakti? That bhakti is animitya bhagavati. That bhakti should be animitya, not with a motive that I shall go to the temple and serve Krishna for this purpose. Krishna can fulfill any purpose you desire. It is not very difficult for him, because he is almighty, full with all opulences. So if you want something material happiness from Krishna, it is not very difficult for Krishna. He can give you mukti. But to ask from Krishna anything else than bhakti is foolishness. That is foolishness. My Guru Maharaj used to give this example, just like if you go to a rich man and he says, now whatever you like, you can ask from me, I shall give you. Then if you ask him that give me a pinch of ash, then is that very intelligent? Similarly, there is a story that one old woman in the forest, I think it is in South Africa somewhere. So she was carrying a big bundle of dry wood and somehow or other very heavy. So the old woman became very much disturbed. Who will help me to get this bundle on my head? So she began to call God. God help me. And God came. What do you want? Kindly help me to get this bundle on my head. You see, God came to giving benediction and she wanted to give this bundle again on my head. So we are doing the same thing. When you go to God, we ask Him, kindly give me the bundle on my head. My family become happy. I may have a large amount of money to enjoy material things. We ask that. That is our foolishness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us, therefore, that actually if you want something from God, that should be only begging for His service. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra means addressing God, Krishna, Hare, and His energy, Hara, Srimati Radharani, or Lakshmi. Hare, the internal potency of Krishna. Hara is Krishna's internal potency. The external potency is Durga, and the internal potency is Radharani. Jai Radhe. So, this is Daivi Prakriti. Mahatmanastu mang prartha Daivi Prakriti masita. The devotees, they take shelter of the Daivi Prakriti, Radharani, Lakshmi ji. They worship therefore Vaishnava, Radha Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, the first of all the energy. The energy. So this Hare Krishna mantra is first addressing the energy, the internal energy, potency of Krishna. Hare, from Hara to Hare, that is the Sambodhan. So, Hare Krishna, or Radharani, or Lakshmi, or Sita. And Krishna, or Rama, or Narayan, the same thing. Hare Krishna, addressing them. Oh my Lord's energy. So, when you address somebody, you want to ask something. So if they reply, yes, why you are calling? Then it's calling, please engage me in your service. This is the prayer. Not that give me money, or give me beautiful wife, or many followers. This is material hankering. Everyone wants some prestigious position, la puja pratishtha, some material profit, love, at prestigious position so that people will give him salam, minister, president, and to become very famous, historically very famous. These are material hankarings. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, na dhanang na janang na sundaring kavitang va jagadishakam. We don't want. This is animitya bhakti. Nimitta, for some certain reason, if you become a bhakta, then you are not a Shuddha bhakta. You are a Biddha bhakta, polluted bhakti. Pure bhakti is annavilasita sannam. Zero. Material hankerings, anything material hankering should be void. The void philosophy, Nirvana, that indicates that you should completely finish this material desire. That is Lord Buddha's philosophy. Nirvana. Nirvana means material philosophy. Material desires to make it void, no more. Lord Buddha said up to that, because the people who are following him, they are not so expert, advanced. Therefore he did not say what is after giving up every desire. Because desire less it cannot. Desire, people say that you become desireless. Give up your all desires. That give up all desires means you give up your material desires. Because you cannot be desireless, then you are dead body. But we are eternal living entity. Nitya sasatayam nahannati hannamani sarire. We are getting different types of body on account of desire, different desires. So, I become desireless of this habit, then I desire another habit. So that is going on. The desireless is not possible. Desirelessness means you have to purify your desire. Don't desire anything except the service of Krishna. That is desire. Animitya. Animitya bhakti siddhe gariyasi. If you come to that position, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaching us, na dhanang na janang na sundaring kavitang va jagadishakam. Mama janmani janmani say. He says janmani janmani. Birth after birth. That means he does not require even salvation. Because salvation means apunarbhava janma. No more janma. No more birth. No more birth. There are two kinds of no more birth. For the Mayavadis or impersonalists, they want to stop birth to merge into the existence of the Supreme. Brahma Nibbana. Brahma Nibbana, the Buddha philosophy teaches Nibbana, devoid of all material desires. That much. He does not give any more. Shankaracharya gives furthermore. The Brahma Nibbana, that you become desireless of this material world, but you enter, merge into Brahma. That is called Brahma Nibbana. And the Vaishnava philosopher says that you make null and void all your material desire, enter into Brahma and be engaged in the service of the Lord. This is called bhakti. So Brahma Nibbana is also Siddhi, but more than that Siddhi is to be engaged in the service, Brahma service. That service is not ordinary service. The service to the Lord is not to be calculated as equal to this material service. Then Mayavadi philosophers, they cannot understand it. But Krishna says personally that this devotional service is in the transcendental platform, Brahma service. Therefore he says, Manchabhya vicharini bhakti yogina ja sevati. This bhakti yoga, one who is actually employed, engaged in pure devotional, animitya, without any motive, without any material purpose. That is real spiritual service. Manchabhya vicharini bhakti yogena ja sevati. Sab gunana samatita yitan brahma bhuyaya kalpita. Brahma Bhuyas. That service is on the Brahma platform. So some people, they do not know that there is another platform of service or another platform of activities which is called Brahma activity. Because those who are grossly in the bodily concept of life, they have no information there is Brahma or soul within this body. So mukti means to deliver that Brahma from this material engagement. But actually, if you don't give him engagement, because the soul is working, that everyone can appreciate. We are very active. I am Prime Minister, I am President, I am Birla, I am Srila, so many things, that's all right. But is that Prime Minister, is this body or the soul? Because as soon as the soul is out of the body, what is the value of this Prime Minister's body? It is no more useful. Finish. That we do not understand. Actually, the soul is working in different capacities, either as Prime Minister or Lord Brahma, King Indra, or the cat, or dog, or the insect. The soul is working in different atmosphere and different body. So the perfection of these activities of the soul, that he has got already indriyas. We are acting with our hands, legs, ears, eyes, nose, everything, karmendriya. 10 kinds of activities are being performed by the senses. And there are 5 kinds of sense objects, tanmatra, 15, and the 8 elements material, earth, water, fire. So 15 and 8, 23. And the soul, this is 24. That is the subject matter of Sankhya philosophy, how these 24 different items are combined together and work. This is the study of Sankhya philosophy. Yesterday we talked about Sankhya. Tattamnayam jat pravadanti Sankhya. So there is material Sankhya philosopher, they simply satisfy, simply studying these 24 types of elements, but the real Sankhya philosophy, as propounded by Kapildev, that is bhakti. That is, he has said, bhakti vitana yogam. The activities of the spiritual field, that is Sankhya, not of the material fields. In the material field, you will find these 24 kinds of elements, analyze. But beyond this 24, there is soul, and the soul is acting. That is called spiritual activity or bhakti yoga. So because it is transcendental to material activity, then therefore in the Bhakti Yoga there is no such desire for material benefit. Aninitya, the Buddha said, aninitya. Here all activities are done for some material profit. Nobody is that. Even the so-called political leader sacrifice everything. That's all right. But everything is for material benefit. Even in our country, a big man like Mahatma Gandhi, he sacrificed everything, his family, his profession, many other leaders. But what for they were working? They were working for some material benefit. That's all. Not for any spiritual benefit. So that is not transcendental activity. That is material activity. Expanded material thoughts. Somebody is working for his family, or somebody is working for himself. Like animals, the cats and dogs, they work for himself. And human beings, they are little advanced. They work for family, for wife, children, or further extended for society, for community, for nation. You can expand. Even international. They're all material activities. Nimitta. Simply expanding. Expand. Suppose if you steal for yourself, and if you steal for your family, or if you steal for your community, that stealing is there because you are stealing for greater family. That does not mean you are not a thief. There was a story, Alexander and the thief. The Alexander arrested one thief, big dacoit, plunderer. So, when he explained, my dear Sir Alexander, so what is the difference between you and me? I am also plunderer, you are also plunderer. I am a small plunderer, you are a big plunderer. So where is the difference in quality? So Alexander the Great, he was very sensible. He released him. Yes, there is no difference. So to become a big thief, big plunderer, does not mean that he is advanced. Similarly, our sense for personal sense gratification, or my family sense gratification, or for my nation sense gratification, that is sense gratification. That is not spiritual activity. That is material activity. So long you will have desire for sense gratification, and localized or expanded, the quality does not change. The quality will change when this sense gratification will be transferred to Krishna. Not sense gratification for me, for my family, for my society, for my nation, or for my species. Just like there are many philanthropists. They are busy doing welfare activities for the human race. But they are not interested for the benefit of the animal race. Animal race should be slaughtered, and human race should eat. This is their philosophy. But we have already discussed Kapil's philosophy. Srila Sarvadehina. Srila Sarvadehina. The animal has got also body. We have also got body. But a Vaishnava is not only a friend to the human society, but he is friend to the animal society also. The bird society, tree society, every society. A Vaishnava does not like and unnecessarily a tree should be cut down. That is Vaishnava philosophy. Vaishnava does not like to trample over an ant. That is Vaishnava philosophy. Sarvadehina. Titiksava karunika. Srihida sarvadehina. We have already discussed this. So, how this can be possible? This Srihida sarvadehina is possible when one has surrendered himself to the Supreme Being. On his account, because he has surrendered to the Supreme Being, he is friend to all living beings. Artificially, you cannot. Artificially, you select some section, the poorer section, and worship him like Narayan, and you call him Daridra Narayan. But a devotee, if he has got vision of Narayan, he will see the Daridra Narayan, the rich Narayan, the Chag Narayan, and the heavy Narayan. Pandita Samadarshana. Why a section should be called Narayan? If you have got such broader vision that you are seeing Narayan in everything, then what the rich man has done, he is also Narayan. And the goat has got, he is also Narayan. The cow, he is also Narayan. Then you should, if you have such broader vision that you see everywhere Narayan, then why should you specify a section, Daridra Narayan? So, it is not possible. So long one is not a devotee, one is not on the transcendental platform, this equal vision is not possible. It is crippled, all crippled. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga should be animitya, ahituki. These words are used. Sabai pungsang paro dharma, jato bhakti adhukhaji, ahituki. I am serving Krishna. The devotee is serving Krishna, not with any purpose, just to satisfy him. Not any purpose, my profit, Krishna's profit. That is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita several times. Repeated. Arjuna, on his own account, he was not willing to fight. No, Krishna is not fight. The other side, then my relatives, my brother, my nephews, no, I cannot kill them. But when he understood that Krishna wants this fight, he said, yes, I shall do. Karishe Bachanam. So this is bhakti, that we have to do anything for pleasing Krishna. That is called animitta. No condition. Ahituki. Ahituki means no condition. Or animitta. No reason. Everything should be done for Krishna. So, animitya bhagavati bhakti siddhe gariyasi. That is better than siddhi. Siddhi means self-realization or Brahma realization. Therefore, Krishna says also, what Krishna says and what Kapil Dev says, they are the same thing. Therefore, here it is also said, Bhagavan Uvasa. And in the Bhagavad Gita also you will find Bhagavan Uvasa. Never said Krishna Uvasa or Kapil Uvasa, because they are Bhagavan. So, those who are self-realized soul, who know what is Bhagavan. So instead of speaking Kapil Dev Uvacha, he says, Vyasdev says, Srimad Bhagavatam is compiled by Srimad Vyasdev. So as Bhagavad Gita also, it was heard by Arjuna, it was released to Sanjaya, and then from Sanjaya heard Vyasdev, and he made it recorded in writing in Mahabharata. So he says Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan Uvacha means that is the perfect version. there is no mistake. If some ordinary man says, there will be so many defects and cheating, because ordinary person has no perfect knowledge. He may be very, very advanced scholar, but that does not mean he is perfect. Perfection is different thing. Perfection means there should be no mistake, no illusion, no cheating, and no imperfection of the senses. That is perfection. And therefore, it is said here, Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan is all perfect. Therefore, we should take knowledge from Bhagavan, or one who speaks according to the person of Bhagavan. We should not hear anybody else. That is imperfect. So our Krishna consciousness movement on this principle, we are speaking not anything manufactured by us. That is not our business. Because how we can manufacture? We are defective, we are deficient, imperfect. What is the use of my philosophy? What is the use of my thinking? Generally they say, I think, in my opinion. He does not think that I am a rascal. I have no value of my opinion. He thinks that he is something very big. No. Because our senses are imperfect, whatever knowledge you have gathered by our sense speculation, that is imperfect. That cannot be perfect. Therefore, we have discussed already. Tattva amnayam. We have to receive knowledge from discipleship. Tattva, that then we will understand the truth. Tattvam, this subject matter we have discussed already. Amnayam. Evam parampara. We should not manufacture knowledge. We should take knowledge from the perfect. Just like here it is said, Bhagavan Uvacha. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Uvacha. If we follow this Amnaya system, then we become Guru. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, who is Guru? He asked everyone to become Guru. His mission is that people are suffering all over the world for want of this Krishna consciousness or God consciousness. That's a fact. So, he is advising everyone, especially those who are born in India, Bharat bhumite manusya janma haila ja, janma sarthak kori karo paropokar. That is his mission. He is requesting every Indian, because they have got the facility for understanding what is Bhagavad Gita, what is Srimad Bhagavatam, what is Vedas. They have got this opportunity. Therefore he says, Janma sarthak kori. You have taken your birth in India. You make your life successful by taking advantage of the scripture and then assimilate the knowledge and preach all over the world. They are in darkness. That is being repeatedly said. But we are not taking advantage of. We are so misfortunate, we are misguided by the so-called leaders that we are neglecting this valuable literature which is spoken by Bhagavan. We are talking of some nonsense. That is our misfortune. So we have to take knowledge from Bhagavan and spread it all over the world. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he says that you become Guru. He says, Hamara Aggai Guru hoiya, by my order. Don't become a so-called Guru, manufactured Guru. You become Guru by following my instruction. Hamara Aggai Guru. Guru means who follows the predecessor, authorized predecessor. He is Guru. Not that everyone is Guru. So, therefore we have to follow the superior order. Then we become Guru. Not that by cheating others we become Guru. No. That is cheater, that is not teacher. Guru means who is following the superior order. The superior order is Krishna or his representative. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. He is ordering, Amaragga, by my order. Guru hoiya. You become Guru. Oh, sir, it is very difficult to become Guru. I have no education. I have no culture. I am not born in a very high family. I am very low. A devotee always thinks like that. He never thinks that I have become very great. But just like Chaitanya Charitamrita, author, he says, Purisher ki thaite muise logishta. Purish means stool. And there are worms in this stool. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, author, saying that I am lower than these worms in this stool. That is Vaishnava concept. Tinadapi suniti. He is very humble. He never says, oh, I am the supreme. I have become God. Most rascal foolish. So that is not. Therefore, you have to follow. If we actually want to become Guru, there is necessity of many thousands of Gurus to teach this cheated public. But how to become Guru? That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amaragam, by my order. What is your order, sir? Na jare dakho tare kaho Krishna Guru. Then you become Guru. You simply advise people to follow Krishna's instruction. Then you become Guru. So that is our mission. This Krishna consciousness movement is that we are simply trying to convince people what Krishna has said. That's all. We are not manufacturing. So that is our business. Krishna says, Manmana bhavamad bhaktamadhyajimang namaskuru. We are training our disciples. Just always think of Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, and become Krishna's devotee, offering prasadam, dressing nicely, Manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyaj, worship me, worship Krishna. The same thing. Krishna says, worship me. We are saying, worship Krishna. Krishna says, surrender unto me. We are saying, surrender to Krishna. So we are not difficult. To become a Guru, there is no difficulty, provided we repeat the same thing as Krishna says. And if you say something more or less, then you are not good. Very simple thing. Very simple thing. So that is the advice here. Animitya Bhagavati, Bhagavati Bhakti. You cannot manufacture the ways of Bhakti. Bhagavati, what is advised by Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. Dharmanta Sakshat Bhagavat Pranit. You cannot manufacture a line of dharma. Dharmanta Sakshat Bhagavat Pranit. Dharma is the law given by the Supreme Lord. You cannot manufacture. This dharma, that dharma, this dharma. No. Dharma is one. Dharma cannot be different. Dharma means to abide by the orders of God. This is dharma. But if you do not know God, if you do not know what is order, then you must manufacture something, rubbish, and fight amongst yourselves. That is not dharma. Therefore, Bhagavad says, dharma projhita koitava atra. All cheating types of dharma is rejected and kicked out from Srimad Bhagavad. Dharma projhita. Prakishta rupena ujjita. Just like you collect all dust and throw it. Similarly, this Bhagavad dharma is not a cheating dharma. Bhagavad dharma means in relation with the Supreme Law. Bhagavati Bhakti. Bhakti can be applied only to Bhagavan. Bhakti means the business between Bhagavan and Bhakta. That is Bhakti. If there is no Bhagavan, then where is bhakti? And where is bhakta? If Bhagavan is zero, then where is bhakti? Bhakti means a transaction between Bhagavan and Bhakta. Just like here, the Bhagavan is there and Bhaktas are there, and the transaction is dressing the Bhagavan, feeding the Bhagavan, chanting the Bhagavan name, calling people to hear about Bhagavan, to publish books about Bhagavan. This is bhakti. Bhakti Bhagavati. Simply in relation with Bhagavan. No other business. Animitya, without any material desire. Anna vilasita sullam, jnana karmadhanavritam. There is no touch even of jnana. Jnana means speculation. And trying to understand the absolute truth by men. Jnanam me paravam guhyam jad vijnana samannita sarahasam tadangancha grihana gaditang maya. These are the instructions of Lord Brahma, Lord Krishna. Sarahasam tadangancha anga, this bhakti anga, this savanam kirtanam vishnu smaranam padasivanam. These are different branches, not phases or features of bhakti. To hear, just like we are hearing and chanting, I am speaking, chanting, you are hearing. This is bhakti. Savanam kirtanam. What we are chanting and hearing? Vishnu, not any other. Why? No, Vishnu. Vishnu. Savanam kirtanam Vishnu. You cannot say any other demigod. No. That is material. That is material. If you try to hear about some great person or demigod, that is material. But when you hear and talk about Vishnu, that is bhakti. This is bhakti. Different processes. Savanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam padasivakam. So in this way, we have to execute, as it is said, Animitya Bhagavati Bhakti, which is Siddhe Guriyasi.
हरे कृष्णा। श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण जी का आज तिरोभाव दिवस है। 2-4 मिनट में हम पढ़ देते हैं उनके जीवन चरित्र को। श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण प्रभु की, महाराज जी की जय हो। श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण श्री गोविंद दास उड़ीसा में रेमुना के निकट 1600 की शताब्दी में प्रकट हुए थे। अपनी युवावस्था में उन्होंने संस्कृत, व्याकरण, काव्य एवं न्याय शास्त्र का पूर्ण ज्ञान प्राप्त कर लिया। शंकर एवं माधवाचार्य के भाष्य का विवेचन करने के उपरांत उन्होंने श्रीपाद माधवाचार्य जी की तत्ववादी शिष्य परंपरा में दीक्षा ग्रहण की। बलदेव विद्याभूषण एक दिग्विजय पंडित बन गए तथा तीर्थ स्थानों का भ्रमण करने लगे। जहाँ भी हो गए उन्होंने स्थानीय ऋषियों, विद्वानों और सन्यासियों को पराजित कर दिया। जगन्नाथपुरी में उन्होंने श्री राधा दामोदर गोस्वामी से श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य के अत्युत्तम दर्शन की शिक्षा प्राप्त की तथा एक गौड़ीय वैष्णव के रूप में परिणत होने के पश्चात दीक्षा ग्रहण की। वृंदावन में उन्होंने श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर के अधीन श्रीमद् भागवत का अध्ययन किया। तब राधा श्याम सुंदर की आराधना की। सन 1706 में विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर ने उन्हें महाप्रभु के आंदोलन की प्रतिष्ठा बनाए रहने हेतु गलता अर्थात राजस्थान में जयपुर के निकट भेजा। स्थानीय रामानंदी श्री वैष्णव का एक वर्ग दावा कर रहे थे कि बंगाली वैष्णवों की गोविंद जी की पूजा करने का कोई अधिकार नहीं था, क्योंकि उनके पास वेदांत सूत्र पर कोई भाष्य नहीं था। भगवान गोविंद जी ने बलदेव विद्याभूषण के सम्मुख गोविंद भाष्य अर्थात वेदांत पर एक वैष्णव भाष्य स्वयं स्पष्टता प्रकट किया। उसका उपयोग करते हुए बलदेव जी ने गौड़ीय वैष्णव को एक स्वतंत्र दर्शन के रूप में दृढ़तापूर्वक स्थापित किया। उन्होंने जयपुर में बंगाली वैष्णवों को गोविंद जी की सेवा में पुनः पदस्थ किया। गोविंद भाष्य के वेदांत सूत्र पर एकमात्र भक्ति टीका है। श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण एवं एक निष्किंचन परम भागवत थे। उनके 24 से अधिक ग्रंथों एवं टीकाओं ने कृष्ण भवनामृत के उत्कृष्ट दर्शन और षड गोस्वामियों की गुण रचनाओं को समझने में सहस्त्रों वैष्णव की सहायता की है। चूंकि वे मिथ्या अभिमान से मुक्त थे, उन्होंने अपने जन्म, माता पिता, कुल अथवा निजी जीवन के विषय में कहीं भी नहीं लिखा। श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर कृत नवदीप धाम महात्म्य के अनुसार चैतन्य लीला में बलदेव विद्याभूषण श्री सार्वभौम भट्टाचार्य के दामाद श्री गोपीनाथ आचार्य हैं। ब्रज में वे रत्नावली देवी नामक श्री राधा के नित्यदासी के रूप में सेवा करते हैं। श्री श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण श्री गंगा माता गोस्वामी जी का आज आविर्भाव है, उसको भी आप लोग सुनिए। बाल्यावस्था से श्री गंगा माता गोस्वामिनी की बाल्यावस्था से ही बंगाल के राजा नरेश नारायण की पुत्री राजकुमारी बस सची देवी में भगवान श्री कृष्ण के प्रति अनन्य भक्ति अभिव्यक्त होने लगी थी। श्री कृष्ण के प्रति अपनी विशुद्ध आसक्ति के कारण उन्होंने विवाह करना भी अस्वीकार कर दिया। अपने पिता के निधन के उपरांत उन्होंने राज्य का शासन किया, किंतु एक प्रामाणिक गुरु की खोज में उन्होंने शीघ्र ही उसका त्याग कर दिया। राजकुमारी सची देवी ने वृंदावन के एक अग्रवर्ती गुरु श्री हरिदास पंडित से भेंट की और श्री गोविंद के प्रति निष्ठावान भजन प्रारंभ कर दिया। यद्यपि वे स्वल्पाहार के कारण क्षणिक काय हो गई थी, वे सदा कालिंदी के सिकतिल तीर पर सोती तथा गोविंद जी के मंदिर को स्वच्छ करने हेतु भोर होने के पूर्व ही उठ जाती थी। प्रतिदिन वे भागवत कथा का श्रवण करती, गोविंद जी की आरती के दर्शन करती तथा राधा श्याम सुंदर के लीला स्थलों जैसे बंसीवट, सेवा कुंज, निधिवन, रासस्थली इत्यादि की प्रदक्षिणा करती। श्री हरिदास पंडित ने प्रोत्साहन प्राप्त कर सची देवी ने अपने मिथ्या अहंकार का पूर्णतः त्याग कर दिया, चीथड़े पहन लिए और ब्रज में घर घर जाकर भिक्षा मांगने लगी। ब्रजवासी उनका कठोर त्याग देखकर चकित रह गए। अपने गुरु के सुझाव पर वे श्री हरिदास की प्रिय शिष्या श्री लक्ष्मी प्रिया देवी दासी का संग करने हेतु राधा कुंड चली गई। ठाकुर हरिदास के उत्तम आदर्श का पालन करते हुए लक्ष्मी प्रिया देवी प्रतिदिन श्री कृष्ण के 3 लाख नाम अर्थात 192 माला का जप करती थी। ये दोनों स्त्रियां प्रतिदिन गिरि गोवर्धन की परिक्रमा करती और श्री कृष्ण की पूजा करती। अपने गुरु के आदेश पर सची देवी जगन्नाथपुरी में सार्वभौम भट्टाचार्य के घर चली गई। सार्वभौम भट्टाचार्य एवं भगवान श्री गौर सुंदर के अधिकांश नित्य परिकर पहले ही गोलोक वृंदावन लौट चुके थे। सची देवी ने सार्वभौम के घर पर पुनरुद्धार किया और जयपुर के एक ब्राह्मण द्वारा उन्हें प्रदत्त श्री श्याम राय के अर्चा विग्रह की उत्तम विधि से पूजा स्थापित की। वे प्रतिदिन श्रीमद् भागवत पर प्रवचन देती। उनके प्रवचन लोकप्रिय हो गए और उन्होंने मीलों दूर उपस्थित उत्सुक श्रोताओं को भी आकृष्ट कर लिया। अनेक ब्राह्मणों तथा राजा मुकुंद देव सहित बहुत से लोगों ने सची देवी से दीक्षा ग्रहण की। गंगा सागर मेले के दिन सची देवी के मन में, जो जगन्नाथपुरी में वास कर रही थी, गंगा स्नान करने की इच्छा जागृत हुई। उस रात्रि भगवान जगन्नाथ के पद कमलों से गंगा प्रवाहित हुई और सची देवी के आश्रम में पहुंची। गंगा देवी के जल में प्रवेश कर सची देवी बहती हुई मंदिर के भीतर जगन्नाथ स्वामी के पदारविंदों तक आ पहुंची। अगले दिन प्रातः काल द्वार खोलने पर पुजारी उन्हें मंदिर के भीतर पाकर विस्मित हो गए। उन्हें चोर समझकर उन्होंने सची देवी को तुरंत जेल भेजवा दिया। इस त्रुटि को देखकर भगवान जगन्नाथ एक ही समय पुरी नरेश तथा प्रमुख पुजारी के स्वप्न में प्रकट हुए। भगवान ने उन्हें आदेश दिया कि वे सची देवी दासी को मुक्त कर दें तथा उनसे दीक्षा ग्रहण करें। उस दिन के उपरांत वे गंगा माता गोस्वामिनी के नाम से प्रसिद्ध हो गई। श्री श्री गंगा माता की। चल के भीतर पहुंच गए।